Right, hello. Dick Trumpy. Found this little sort of meme thing. Um, oh dear, I'm going to show you something interesting with the film Dick Tracy, and Madonna's in that film, okay? And spoiler alert, right up front, Madonna dies at the end of the film, okay? So we've got Dick Trumpy here, but you notice that the first initials with Donald Trump and Dick Tracy are the same, okay? So we're going to be looking at this film, okay? Starring Warren Beatty, okay? And here he is with Madonna here, okay? Let's go to the film and let's just have a quick look, okay? There's a few interesting things that kind of stick out right off the bat, and the first thing is the release date, June 14th, which is this Lake Buena Vista release date, and June 15th. Okay, so this is interesting with the 14th, which is Trump's birthday. Interesting with the 1990 release as well, because 199, the 199th day of the year, is usually, in a normal year, is usually the 18th of July. So this is fascinating with this tie back with the potential, a very significant date to do with the Hoover Dam. Okay, I'll leave it at that for that because I don't want to get sidetracked into the Hoover Dam right now. Okay, now what I've done. Okay, well I guess it's spoiler alert time because the film itself, okay, it's been years since I've seen the film. I have not rewatched it yet. I probably will if I get a minute and I can find it for free. I might see if I can watch it again. But spoiler alert: the end of the film, Madonna's character dies at the end of the film. Okay, and so it's actually this scene right here, and she plays like a double role. Okay, I'm not going to go into the film. You can go look it up, and there's definitely a lot of interesting stuff in it just from the couple of clips that I rewatched. But again, it's been blimmin' hell, 1990. I wouldn't have been that old actually when this came out, and I'm sure I watched it at the time, but it's been such a long time ago. There's no way I could remember anything in the film, really, I doubt. Anyway, to cut a long story short, yes, she dies. They're in a bridge, like a drawbridge mechanism. So there's a lot of cogs, like clockwork cogs, in the background of this thing, which is pretty interesting with this tie back to the clock tower on Back to the Future. In fact, during the end scene, Al Pacino's character actually refers to the mechanism as clockwork, tick tick tick, so there's this connection back with that thing going on. What else do I want to say about that? The bridge connection and all the bridge being up, the bridge coming back down, the idea of the two sides of reality being rebalanced. There's all this stuff going on just from kind of the superficial stuff that I can see in the background of the scenes. But anyway, what we've got Madonna dying and this character prevailing. DT is going to prevail and Madonna is going to die in this, okay? So, what else did I want to show you about this? Let's go to the gematria and just whiz through a few of the bits and bobs to do with it. And then I want to show you, in fact, before I do that, I want to show you the song that ties back in with the actual film. So this song is in the film, Hanky Panky. It's like, yeah, it's in the, yeah. I'm Breathless. That's the character that she plays. She actually plays the other character, which is the the blank, okay, in the film as well. So anyway, the release date of this is this date that I had pegged for Madonna, which is the 12th of June, which I just thought was interesting. In fact, the way I got to this was I actually was just scanning through some of the Madonna stuff and saw the 12th of June here and thought, oh, better investigate this. And of course, it leads on to Dick Tracy, to DT, to the connection with Donald Trump. So this is super duper interesting. So let's just look at the gematria going on right here. So hanky panky, look at the ordinal, look at the regular gematria for it. 1, 2, 6, okay, 12, 6. So it has the same gematria as the release date. Again, encoding the 12th of June here. So this is pretty interesting. And look at the two reductions, 45. Obviously, Donald Trump's the 45th president. What else to say? I don't know. Let's go through some of these characters. Okay, here's a character. Interesting name, Lips Manus in the film. Manless. So this is kind of interesting, just with the idea of the Vesica Pisces, the man, and not being there. Again, we've got Donald Trump's birthday in here. We've got the block past Maypole here. Yeah, the 43 days past Maypole. We've got the, obviously this won't make sense unless you've seen my previous video on this date, but what else we got here? The 65. This is the age of Madonna right now, and the 65 is also a number jump from the eclipse date 4/8 through to this 12/6 date, and then they do another 65 days, and it will take you to her birthday. I hope I'm getting those numbers right. I think it's 65 days. It's those numbers anyway. This is the guy playing Paul Savino. I don't know if you say that, but he's the guy playing this character. Check out the 162 right there. Same numerology as that date that we're looking at, okay? And again with the 54-45 connection. Hanky Panky, okay, we just looked at it. 126, 45, 45. Club Ritz is is one of the I guess it's the sort of main sort of it's one of the locations in the film. 111, obviously that matches up with Madonna with the 111. Obviously that matches up entirely with 9/11 references. 105 and 51s again with the maypole, and the 105, which is obviously the reverse maypole, is the number of days from 9/11 to Christmas, to the birth of Christ. Okay. Again, Madonna Louise Ciccone with the 195 here, which again with Donald Trump with the 159. Okay, I don't know. They're kind of, yeah, I don't know if I like that terribly an awful lot, but there's connections there. Donald Trump with the 48, with the, again, the eclipse date, and this sort of number count on from the eclipse date with the 65 days through, and then another 65 days to her birthday. A couple of interesting kind of connections with Henry Warren Beatty and Donald John Trump. The 220 and the 202, the 185. I know it's an 85, but this is kind of interesting because we've got a 68 and an 86 here. And then obviously Dick Tracy has this 94, which again, 48 and 49 or 94, super significant numbers right now. Yeah, they both tie together in the middle of the what I call the Queen's Cross chart. Okay, and these are pretty significant middle balance point numbers. Okay, so it's really interesting that they're together. Madonna has a ton of 94 stuff, 94 references in her songs and stuff, and obviously 94 is also a really big connection to the dollar bill, because there's a number jump in the dollar bill that goes from the Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May, through to 9/4, which is, of course, last year was Labor Day. Okay, so this is really interesting stuff with the numbers here. There's not what I wouldn't call any sort of mega matches here, but there's just some interesting closeness. But that's about it really for the video. I just wanted to, it's just another one of these videos where Madonna, happens to die at the end of the, in this film, she happens to die at the end of it. It seems to be kind of an ongoing thing with, her music videos and other films actually for that matter. But, and there's always that kind of symbolism, even like at the Super Bowl where she goes down over the top of the dam or down through into the hole or whatever. There seems to be an awful lot of sort of, at the end of the show, there's an awful lot of sort of death ritualism, ritual sort of symbolism there, Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. There wasn't really anything else I wanted to go crazy on with that, but just the fact that, she has a song release, Hanky Panky, from the film. The release date there is June the 12th. The release date of the film is Donald Trump's birthday in here, and DT, Donald Trump, and I think actually Dick Tracy gets arrested in the film as well, which is kind of interesting right now with Donald Trump. And he gets set up and framed, So there's all this sort of, I don't know, there's just elements of little bits and bobs playing out, supposedly real life playing out. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. And thanks for watching, yeah. Okay, thanks for watching.